Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a little color with me in this book, Luna by Maria Troll, and I love how it came out. I hope you enjoy it. It does involve a little oil pastel, so I think you're going to find it kind of interesting. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so right here I am starting with my oil pastels. I thought I was recording from the beginning, but it wasn't. So I just started with like a dark brown and then like a reddish brown and the red, the orangey red, and like a yellowy orange. So it looks kind of rough and messy, but you got to trust the process because it's going to come out awesome. So it's all about the oil in your fingers or just, I guess our fingers are just great blenders for oil pastel. So now you're going to see me blending it out with my fingers, and you might need a little break because your fingers can get a little tired here. So I would sometimes I switch fingers, if like one finger hurts, but just kind of slowly go in. And now it is a little messy. So I started blending from light to dark, but depending on what way you're blending, you might need to clean your fingers. So this particular page did get a little messy, but that's okay. It still comes out really, really nice in the end. Just got to trust the process. So there will be an ugly phase, but in the end, it really comes out nicely. So there you can see me just blending. And I took out right there, if you saw the makeup wipe. Here I'm just showing the pastels, the Mungyo pastels that I'm using. I did take out a makeup wipe from Kirkland from Costco, and that really cleans your hands really nicely. So right over here, I am taking Prismacolor. So Prisma is very, very pigmented, just like the oil pastels. Look at how pigmented they are. They're so bright and pigmented. And so the best pencil to kind of complete this would be Prismacolor. So wherever the pastel didn't come close to the lines, I just kind of clean up all the lines with similar colors in the Prismacolor. So right now I'm using, like, I believe yellowed orange or one of those colors in the Prisma. And I'm just going in and cleaning up and filling in all the areas that are close to the actual drawing. Because the oil pastels are big, you can't get that close to the drawing. So just fill it in with Prismacolor, and you'll definitely find a match. Like, I have 36. Actually, I don't know if it's 36 or 48 colors for the Mungyo oil pastels, but there's plenty of Prismacolor colors to kind of match that. So that is just what I'm doing right there. Yeah, so I was browsing Instagram one day and I saw someone kind of do this with their oil pastels in a Maria Troll book and just kind of lay them down and then blend them out with the finger. And I don't know why it never clicked before. I know that Influence Colorist does this too. She's done it in her Fairies in Dreamland book with beautiful success, beautiful results. And I know that she used her finger, but I don't know, it never clicked to me until I saw it on Instagram and I said, oh my God, I need to try that. So I actually tried it first on a different page that you're going to see later on, how I iron when I'm ironing the page, because I fixed the oil pastel with a very watery, non-toxic fixative, so I had to iron it. But yeah, I saw it on Instagram one day and I was like, oh my God, I need to try this. So I tried it on another page and the results were beautiful. And now I'm like, you know how like when you discover something you really like, you become obsessed with it, and you kind of try, and then you start doing it a lot. So that's what's been happening. So right here you can see that I drew in some hills. I thought it would be nice to draw in some grassy hills behind the scene. And I am also filling them in with oil pastels. And there's some really nice earthy colors in this set. So now I'm just blending out the hill area. And you're going to see that it's not that clean yet, but I will be cleaning that up with Prismacolor again. Now you're going to see me, because it's so messy, the oil pastels, I really had to fix it in the middle of my working. So I sprayed that non-toxic fixative, which I heard about from HCH Coloring, Heidi. Hi, Heidi. And so I sprayed it in the middle and I let it dry, and then I came back because it's really messy. I couldn't rest my hand on the paper to kind of continue, so I really needed to fix it. Right now I'm using different greens for like a grassy area in the front. So the greens are going to be lighter right here because it's the front grassy area. So I thought that would be a nice setting for this little scene. And you can see me here also fixing that again with the fixative. And I did let it dry in between. And at the end of the video, you'll see that I'll show you how I iron the page because it becomes very warped with the fixative after it dries, but I didn't show that here. You'll see that at the end. But right now I'm just cleaning it up here, the back hills, the back grassy areas with Prismacolor, with my lime peel color and maybe a sepia down there and some of the other kelp green. So those are the colors that I'm using right there to clean up. And I will also do that in the bottom grassy area. But yeah, I believe at this point I did already iron this page, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, because I know I sprayed it and then showed it. I don't know if maybe after this I spray it again and then go iron it. So right here I'm starting the shackles of the roof. I decided to go with like a reddish purpley color, like a pinky purpley color scheme. And I am using mulberry, I believe, and then the bottom there is grayed lavender, and I use cloud blue just for the little highlight at the end there. So I think that one is either black raspberry, but I did go in later and add black as well. But right now I'm just doing the shackles. The darkest part is the top of the shackle, and then the very edge you put like a light color. So any color combo would work. I just decided to go with that because I thought it would be nice against the that crazy bright background that I did. And I knew that the leaves, there would be a lot of green, so I thought purple would be nice. And I'm planning to do the actual house in a wood, like a brown wood color. Yeah, so right now I'm just filling in with grayed lavender color from the Prismacolor line after the mulberry color. And then you're going to see the cloud blue color, which just at the end I thought was a nice pop there. Right now I am taking the black Prismacolor, which I used a lot in this illustration because black really adds a lot of drama. You know what I mean? So it really needed the black because there's so many colors and it's already very busy. So I'm starting with black. I always start with my shadow. For some reason, that's just how I do it. But yeah, I'm starting with the black. As you can see, look where I'm placing the black. It's at the bottom, and then at the edge there's like a groove in the middle of the leaf where there's a shadow. So I'm placing it there. And I am pretending that the light source is coming kind of from above. So I'm just kind of doing that there, the black, you're going to see. And then I will take a dark bluey, like a turquoisey blue kind of color, teal, like a tealish kind of blue. I forget which one it is. And going on top of the black. And that'll be like my first color. So, yeah. I'm actually testing out to see if I like this leaf. So I did all the colors first to make sure I like it. And then I'm going forward and doing one color for the whole thing. And, or maybe not. Oh, I actually did this section first, sorry. So I did one section first, all the colors, just to see that I like it. And then I continue. Yeah, so you could see here that I am doing darker colors and then much lighter colors. I noticed that for a dramatic effect, you kind of want to take away a lot of the middle tones. So you do very dark tones and very light tones together, taking out some of the, excluding some of the middle tones, and you'll get a much more dramatic effect. And you're going to see that in a couple of, a bunch of stuff that I did here in this illustration, in this coloring. So yeah, I think in the future I'm going to try to fix it with satin glazing liquid instead of that spray. Maybe that'll be less warping. Right over here you can see I'm using my white paint pen, the Artistra white paint pen, to cover the line only on one side wherever the highlight is. And right over here I am covering the black lines with one of my metallic Jelly Roll gel pens, the purple one. So I did all that. I didn't show it, so it wouldn't be boring for you guys. But right now I am taking the black Prismacolor and going in to darken up under the shackles just to create a little bit more shadow there. So I am done with my white paint pen on the leaves. As you can see, I think that really gives it a nice touch. And the metallic Jelly Roll, the purple one, and now I'm just doing the black for some extra drama. After the black, I am taking, this is my blender pen, the Prismacolor Blender Pencil. I think it's like the best one. It's my favorite one. And I'm using that just to kind of burnish and get rid of all of the white spots that, that happen there. Right now I am taking Espresso, which is a really dark brown. And I'm going in and adding shadow. I'm starting to color the house. It's going to be like a wood brown, like a brownish woody color. That's the plan. So I'm adding a little shadow under the roof, under the windows, and in the bottom of the house. So that's where the shadows usually are. So that's pretty simple for you guys. You always start the shadow in the bottom of the house. Not always, but that'll help you if you don't know what to do. Yeah, so now I'm just building up the layers. I believe that is dark umber color after the espresso. Dark umber, and I'm just adding more color and layering that on top. And a little bit on the bottom there under the roof. And after the dark umber color, I'm going to be taking the chocolate. The Prismacolor chocolate color. Oh, and this one is actually sienna brown. So I took sienna brown here. And I think that was after the chocolate color, yeah. Now I'm taking the light umber color. And I think that's goldenrod or one of those colors. So light umber and one of the yellow ochre, like the ochre colors there. And I'm slowly layering on top. And that is, again, my Prismacolor blender pencil. You can see how nicely that looks once you use the blender pencil. And I realize here that I forgot to do that roof. That part is the same as the roof on top of the door. So I'm just finishing that up there, the same colors. And going over the lines with my jelly roll. And now I'm moving on to another leaf, one of the botanicals there. So I am starting with black, I believe, and then on top of the black, I do the Copenhagen blue. So that really creates a dark bluey area. And I'm using my Copenhagen a little bit more. Then there's another color on top of the Copenhagen blue. I forget, one of the teal bluey colors. Here I'm using the True Green on top of that. And then I think it's like a light aqua color. And then the special part is the neon yellow. Look how that neon yellow really makes it pop for the highlight. And right here I'm outlining with my green metallic Jelly Roll. So I did the other ones off camera. I love how the neon yellow really creates an awesome like highlight. So definitely I'm using my other neons in this page too. You're gonna see it again. But yeah, the neon Prismacolors are amazing for highlights. Right here I'm starting on the other leaves, and I'm trying to, use different greens so that they can all the different leaves stand out. But I started with my black and then dark green So that's black and dark green. Then the apple green. Prismacolor works really nice on this paper. Like, wow, it's really, really, I think Prisma works on every paper, right? It's just amazing, but really, really nicely on this paper. You have, so that's the apple green, and then I think after apple, I'm using spring green. Yeah, the spring green is after that. And to differentiate these leaves, I end up using a little bit of maroon, like a magenta-y maroon color on top of the leaf. And I really like blending. If you see in nature, a lot of times there's maroon with the green. So I love using like maroon or magenta with green on leaves. The last color there was chartreuse and yellow chartreuse, and now I'm going in with either magenta or pomegranate, one of those colors, in the dark reddy pinky colors. So that's what I'm using right there. And look how awesome that looks with the green. It really makes it pop. And I love the chartreuse. Chartreuse is like my favorite, one of my favorite colors in the Prismacolor line. Favorite colors in general, I just love like lime peel, chartreuse, love those colors. Okay, so now that the leaves are basically done, I am just going in with my jelly roll, my red metallic jelly roll. Excuse me. And I'm just going over the lines. The metallic jelly rolls are amazing. They're opaque and they go over Prismacolor, they go over everything. So they're really wonderful for covering up lines and like so easy. So a lot of times I'll use those, and I love them so much that I run out, I go get more. So you're definitely going to see them in my favorite coloring supplies of 2023. I'm planning to do a video just like I did last year for 2022. And the metallic jelly rolls are definitely going to be starring in that video. in that video. Excuse me, guys. So right over here, I am taking one of my acrylic brush pen markers and just coloring the stalks of those larger flowers. And now I'm taking one of the super golden, actually, acrylic pens, and I'm coloring in the smaller flower stems. And I'm using the super golden to cover the black lines for the larger stems. So you can also cover black lines with these super golden markers. They're very opaque, so I did that as well here, and it gives it a really nice shimmery pop. So I love that. I love those super golden markers. They're really awesome, especially the golds and the greens. And here I'm using one of the golds to cover the windows. To cover the windows. And I love this gold. This is like one of my favorite colors. Sorry, my words are getting stuck. I'm actually doing this voiceover in the car. I'm waiting for one of my kids to finish chess class. But anyway, right over here, I am coloring the smaller flowers with my acrylic, my Arctics acrylic brush pen markers. And I love like the pop of acrylic, against pencil work. So, and here I am covering the black lines with one of my acrylic paint pens that I've had for ages. Right here I'm using one of my Caliros, the mini set that I got ages ago on Amazon. I'm using the blue silver color to do the chimney, that little chimney from the fairy house. And that's a Uniball Signo silver. And that's for the chimney there, just filling in some spots, I guess, that were left over. Here I'm using one of my watercolor pencils just to do some blue for the windows. And I thought I recorded more of the window, but I guess I didn't. Right here I am starting to work on the door, and I'm going to make it a brown door, the same like wood kind of brown, but I'm going to make it a little bit lighter to make it stand out from the rest of the house, and also it's on the front, so just to make it pop a little bit from the rest of the house. So I'm just using a bunch of browns there and one of the ochres, layering them. And then I'm going to use my blender pen to kind of smooth that out. I don't know if I show that part. Right here I am using another acrylic brush pen marker to fill in those other flowers and some Calero metallic watercolors for those flowers there, just to make them pop instead of using pencil. And then I'm also going to cover the lines with one of my jelly rolls again. And I use a little bit of acrylic, Arctic's acrylic marker also in those flowers. Then the pinks there that I have from the Calero are so beautiful. So right here I'm starting to work on the little elf, the little elf girl. So I decided to give her like a pinkish kind of coat. So I'm using like a pinky red. And here I am using the neon Prismacolor for the highlight. Look how that pops with the neon color. It's really, really awesome. So here I'm just trying my best to make her pop. So I'm giving her a lot of highlights. You could see there. I gave her like blue jeans, but with like a yellow, the cream highlight there. Trying to make her stand out from the rest of the picture. And I'm coloring now her skin with my regular skin combo that I use for everything. There is a Polychromas, 2 Brute Fooners, and 1 Caran d'Ache Super Color pencil. I'm using some gel pen just to do the buttons and the little details, and Prismacolor for her hair. So I think she came out really cute. Okay, so yeah, that is the final result. And let me just pull out a little bit. Yeah, I love how it came out. Super, super fun and cute. Colorful for sure. And vibrant. I really enjoyed this page. It was really, really easy, as you saw. And I did iron it. So let me see if I could show you. Because I sprayed it with this, which is really watery, I did have to iron it. So I'm going to show you in a minute another page that I ironed, not this one, that I also fixed with oil pastels. So I'm going to put a little clip of that in here. Moon Valley, I'm on my kitchen counter and I'm holding my phone, so it should be interesting. The page in question is right here. I don't know if you can see how wrinkly it is. That is how wrinkly it is. So I have one of my kids' old worksheets. I am going to fold it over. Now, I already fixed it. So it's fixed with the non-toxic fixative. And let me see if I can take my iron here. And I am going to show you how I'm just ironing this. Now, I have ironed paper before for my journals, my grungy, like, junk journals. But let's see here. Whoops. Okay, so as you can see, it got much flatter. Ooh, it's hot. So let me open that up here. Whoops. And you can see that it's laying flatter than before. I hope you can see that. Now I'm gonna put it a stack of books on top of it. Oops. And then that should help also flatten it out. Here. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoy your coloring this month. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.